Is your testimony here today that you make $10,668 a year?
I'm not sure. I retired in June, so this is my first. I've been retired 5 months.
Okay.
So of course this year I'm going to clear that amount because I work from January up until June. Now going into next year, if that's what the numbers come up to, that's what I make. But I have no debt.
Okay. Now, have you ever been eligible for VA benefits, sir?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you if there's a document that says that you had VA benefits?
It would surprise me because from my understanding, from 2014, 2015, I've been divorced for 9 years. I'm remarried. So if that document was available and was there, it should have been presented 11 years ago as of the date. So for all I know, it's a fake because I have not released any documentation from anywhere.
Judge, I offer it as a Exhibit 1, VA documents.
Does anyone have any legal objection to me admitting Exhibit 1?
I do.
What is your legal? Okay, thank you, ma'am. What is your legal objection, sir?
Basically, I've been divorced for 9 years. There's no way to have access to any of my VA records or files. We're not husband and wife no more and haven't been in 9 years.
So what is your legal objection?
Forgery. I don't believe it's real. It's not for me.
Mr. Dehamajan, have you proved up that this is admissible?
Judge, it's a document provided by a party, Miss Perry, and
okay. Does that meet the rules of evidence?
It's a government document which shows that it's.
Did you get this from the government?
No, I got this from Miss Perry.
I don't believe you've proved up.
I can prove this document through Miss Perry, Judge, if okay. I can continue with other line of question.
You may do so.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Perry, do you have private health and dental for the children?
I do.
And are they on, what type of private health are the children on right now?
GEHA, medical and dental. And I have another policy through MetLife for the dental, which is a higher coverage.
Okay. Well. Now, the first policy you're talking about, is that some type of postal office retirement type plan for your children?
Correct.
And then the second.
Can you explain that again, Mr. Dehamajan?
Yes. Can you repeat the first plan that you have the kids on, sir?
The first plan I have on is by the same company. It's GEHA. I have a medical plan and I have a dental plan through them. But I also have an additional dental plan through MetLife that offers more coverage in case of more severe things because my plan through my retirement doesn't cover very many things. So I have an additional plan in case they need more care than provided by my government plan.
Okay.
Is your plan just medical, or is it medical and dental, or is it just medical and very little dental?
It's medical, dental, and vision.
Okay.
And sir, how much does it cost you per month for the medical and dental just for the kids?
The medical is, I don't have the direct numbers in front of me, but it's like four something. The dental through GI is 78, and the dental through MetLife is 144. Now, keep in mind that these are family plans, so that's the rate for the entire family. So on those plans, there's 8 people on those plans.
Okay. So if you were going to just include the 2 kids, do you know how much that would be for the medical and dental?
There's no way I could break that down because it's not broken down by individual. It's broken down by family.
Uh, um, so what was the medical again, sir, per month?
For something like 440, 450,
That's $450.
roughly. Yes, yes.
And the dental?
Through GEHA, $78. Through MetLife, 144.
And there's 8 people on there?
Yes.
So if I divide by 8 and multiply by 2, would $160 be a ballpark figure how much you're paying for medical and dental for 2 kids?
There's no way of knowing because it doesn't break down like that. I could have 20 people on a plan and I would still pay the same amount because it's a family plan. So there's no limit to what you can do as far as
Okay.
you can add. So there's no mathematical formula to really break it down. I mean, you can do that, but how accurate it is, I can't tell you.
Mr. Davidson, how many children are left before the court?
I'm sorry.
Can we establish that through testimony?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Perry, there's 2 children in this case, right?
In this case, there's 2. Outside this case, I have another son biological, and I have 2 by marriage. So there's 3 other, and my wife, of course.
When you say
Okay.
by marriage, are you the biological father of those children, or did she have those children and you married into it?
I married into the 2 girls. I have another son outside,
And how old is your son, sir?
8.
And does your son live in your household?
No,
Are you on child support for your son?
no,
And there's, to be clear, there are 2 kids in this case, Maya and Jordan,
correct,
and respectively, one's 10 years old and one's 17 years old.
correct.
Judge, pass the witness for at this time.
Okay, Ms. Perry, do you have any questions for Mr. Perry?
Do I have any questions for Mr. Perry?
Yes, ma'am. You are a party to this case and entitled to ask him questions if you would like.
Am I able to come back and ask questions at another time, or?
Possibly. Yeah, you will actually, because you can call witnesses. So yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll come back and ask questions.
Mr. J. Mason, you may call your next witness.
Judge, and I will do that. I have a couple more questions for Mr. Perry. I just
Okay.
thought of it. Mr. Perry, now you said you're married right now and there's 2 kids in your household, right?
Yes,
Are both children not biological?
correct. They're both by marriage.
By marriage. Okay, I just wanted to be clear. Okay. State calls Miss Perry. Miss Perry, can you state your name for the record?
Lashanya Perry.
Okay. Now, Miss Perry, now you've submitted a document from the VA, isn't that right?
That's correct.
Okay. When did you obtain this document?
While we were married, the documents are from our divorce proceedings.
Okay. Did you
Well,
obtain this VA document directly from the government?
no, they were in our household. They were a part of our divorce. When we put the packet, my lawyer and I put the information together because she asked me for documents.
Mhm.
What did I have to prove his income? These 2 documents were a part of that. So I pulled it from my divorce decree paperwork.
I'm just trying to figure out where you got the documents. Were
The
they
doc,
provided by Mr. Perry?
they were in, we had paperwork that we had together in a lockbox that we would keep in our lockbox. All of our like medical, birth certificates, any important information that was there. That paperwork was there because I needed it. We have done different things on our home, far as we had to have that letter to prove that we could get discounts for I forgot what it is. You send them that letter and then they can give you a discount on your taxes on your home. So it was readily available to me because I was the wife.
Let me ask you this. How did you receive the paperwork? Through email, through mail? How did you come by this paperwork?
Like I said, we had all of our important documents that were in a lockbox that we kept together as husband and wife. It was in a box.
Who put the
And
paper in a lockbox?
my husband. It was our birth certificates. It had our marriage license in there. It had any important documents for our house, anything that was in there that we needed access to, his checkbooks, his
Let me
accounts, all that information, his
let me
paycheck stubs.
let me ask you this. Who had access to this lockbox?
He had access and I had access to it. We both had access to the lockbox.
So is it safe to say if you didn't put this document in the lockbox, it would be him?
Yes, it's his, yeah. Was his paperwork. We just kept it to, so in case like if we had a fire or we needed to leave really quickly, we had all of the documentation, all the paperwork that we needed. So he would just pick that box up and then we could go.
Yeah. It held your most important papers that you could grab and go in a moment's notice, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then you're the one who provided this document and you want to use this as an exhibit here today?
Yes, because it was a part of our divorce decree paperwork also. It was in that system too.
Okay.
Was
Go
that,
ahead. Go ahead.
were VA benefits considered in their divorce, when child support was set in their divorce?
No, it was not, because at the time they did not, it was something on the lines of they didn't use VA benefits for your income. So the paperwork was given to my lawyer and provided, but they did not count it from what I understood. But I mean, because I was married to him, I have access to that paperwork. He has access to paperwork, my paperwork, our house paperwork, all of those forms.
And this document, you have personal knowledge of this document, right?
I sure do, yes. I mean, he showed me numerous award letters when we were married. I knew he was applying for benefits. He has disclosed to me as maybe probably not even, I would say probably like a year ago, that he was going to be getting the children ID cards because he's 100% disabled. And we have cars in our yard that have disabled veterans tags on them. And from what I understand, you have to be named as being disabled to be able to get those tags. And our two sons have it, and he has it on his Porsche, and he also has it on his Corvette, disabled veterans tags.
Okay. Judge, I offer this document as Exhibit 1.
Mr. Perry, do you have any legal objection?
I do.
What is your legal objection?
Again, forgery. This document is from, it says 2014, 2015. It's from 10 to 11 years ago. If it was relevant and if it was legal and if it was real, it would have been addressed at the time I divorced in 2016.
Well, right now, I believe you're trying to backwards use this for impeachment. because the issue is whether or not you get VA benefits. I don't even know if you were in the military of any kind.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if you're a veteran or not. I don't know
not
what
su-
you receive, sir, but I know that you're
What
paying a
I'm
lot
saying
more
is,
here on $889 a month.
what I'm saying is she's trying to submit a document from 11 years ago that wasn't given to her by me. The lockback she's speaking of, when I was put out the house in February of 2016, I took the lockbox. So there's no way she had access to anything in there because I had it with me with all the documents inside. I managed everything, not her.
I'm going to find this goes to weight versus admissibility and admit the letter. You're free to continue to explain to me why you believe it's fake. It also would only be relevant to this if he's receiving anything now. There's a lot of questions here, but I'm admitting states exhibit 1.
Now, Ms. Perry,
Yes.
on the first page, where the VA language starts, do you have it in your possession, ma'am?
Yes, I'm reading it.
Okay. Now, under VA benefits information, it says that at the time, which is January 1, 2014, it looks like he was 50% disabled or 50% covered, and he was
Yes.
receiving an award of 1077.15
Yes,
per month. Isn't that right?
that's correct.
Mhm. And then if you go to the next page, it looks like under the VA benefits information, towards the end of that same year,
Yes.
he was bumped up to 60%, and the date they're using is December 1, 2014, and now the award is 1323.09 per month. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you don't have anything current, correct?
No, because I don't have access to that information because I'm no longer the wife. When we were husband and wife, I was able to have the access. He was forthcoming with it. He was sharing it with me. But now that I'm out on the outside, the only thing that he has been sharing with me is that he is now 100% disabled. And my son goes to school off of his college benefits. Our oldest son, he's receiving college assistance because of him being disabled.
Okay. So you're not able to get current VA benefit documents, right?
No, that's why I'm asking the court to help me because I don't have access to that information.
Lest you get frustrated with the court, I'm just going to let you know I am not allowed to do any discovery or research or investigation on behalf of any of the parties. That's just not the role of the court or judges. We're here to listen to evidence. Mr. Jehemajan, did you all do any subpoenas?
We didn't do subpoena, Judge. We just did regular discovery. In light of this information, Judge, we could,
You said you were ready to proceed today, Mr. Jehemajan.
maybe we can do temporary orders, Judge, and then come back on a final trial.
I will decide based on the testimony I hear.
Okay. Now, Ms. Perry,
Yes.
you believe that he's still getting VA benefits, right?
Yes, because we still have disabled veteran tags on the children's cars. My child is actually going to school off of the VA assistance. Yes. He
So
has disabled veteran tags on his car currently right now as I pick up my son every visitation with him. So
now,
yes.
based on these facts, you want him to produce these a current version of the VA document, right?
Yes.
You believe that he's not being truthful and forthcoming with getting VA benefits, isn't that correct?
Unfortunately, he's not. He's not being truthful about it at all. I mean, there's proof all around us. He has disclosed it to our children. Each one of them know. I don't know why now he doesn't want to be forthcoming, but he's not telling the truth.
Okay. And are you asking this court that for temporary orders, so he'd be able to produce what his actual income is?
Yes, please.
Okay. Pass the witness, Judge.
Mr. Perry, do you have any questions for Ms. Perry? And please unmute if you do.
Not this time, Your Honor. I don't have any questions. I think everything is pretty much self-explanatory. It's a witch hunt.
Okay. Mr. Damation, do you have any other witnesses?
No, Judge.
Ms. Perry, do you have any witnesses you'd like to call?
No, I wasn't aware that I could have any. I'm sorry.
Mr. Perry, do you have any witnesses you'd like to call?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Damation, would you like to make a brief closing argument regarding what you're requesting of the court?
Yes, Judge. Judge, in light of the testimony today, the state is asking that we have temporary orders, and then we come back for final, give a chance for Mr. Perry to give current versions of the VA benefits or some type of document that says he's not getting it.
Mr. Perry, does any of that exist?
No, Your Honor. And actually, I'm quite appalled that my time has been wasted today. He said he was ready to proceed, yet he has nothing to proceed on. He's asking to be granted more time for me to produce something that is not relevant, nor does it exist.
Well, sir, if it does exist, it would be relevant. If you're getting VA benefits, it would be relevant. Were you in, I believe it was the Navy, were you in the Navy?
Yes, I was in the Navy.
Okay, so were you honorably discharged?
Yes, I was on discharge.
Okay, so you're not in the Navy anymore?
No, I'm not.
Okay, is there some reason you don't get any benefits after being in the Navy?
You have to be
discharged?
you have to be medically approved to get benefits, and sometimes even when you are medically approved, it can be taken from you if you get re-examined and it doesn't exist anymore, or you've gotten better. So again, that document is 11 years old.
Okay, I understand that, sir, and it was used to impeach you. So are you denying that in the past you got veterans benefits of some sort?
I'm saying that
I understand you're saying you don't get them now. I'm just wondering, in the past, do you admit that you got them, or are you saying you did not get them?
In the past, I was evaluated for it. I got it temporarily. As of right now, I don't receive any disability benefits. At that time, I did have somewhat, but it was pending medical examinations.
And so do you have on your car tags?
Well, yes, from that period of time, yes.
So you're using tags from 2014?
What I'm saying is you can be a disabled veteran without getting compensation for being disabled if they take it back. It's something called, basically, it's a rating system. And 10 plus 10 don't equal 20. You may, on paper, have 20% and say, well, this is wrong with you, but those things don't warrant payment. That's how the rating system works. It's not like school mathematics. It's a weird system to have.
Am I able to say something?
What would you like to say, ma'am?
Based off of what I understand how VA benefits are, you have to go to an actual doctor and get those get a doctor to sign off saying that you are disabled. So a doctor justifies that, and then you apply for the VA benefits. Everything is still currently moving within the VA benefits because of my son being able to get funds. You can't get funds to go to school unless he is a disabled veteran, as well as you can't have the tags on your car. All of the tags are current. And I'm only asking for these benefits. I mean, I'm asking for this for my children so they can have the support that they need, because the economy has changed so drastically. I need those funds. My daughter is a senior in high school. She's going to graduate. She's going to need assistance. And I need that assistance to provide for them.
So basically, Your Honor, what she's saying is she doesn't want to go to work and work for him. She's trying to go on a witch hunt.
I don't believe she said that, and that was a little rude. So please, let's not throw mud at each other.
The reason why I'm
It
saying
seems
that
like everybody here are hard workers and are, actively involved people, so.
the reason why I'm saying that, Your Honor, and again, forgive me, but there is no school that my son is going to on my behalf for no benefit. The house that she's living in is in my name, so she's staying in my rental property. So the cars that she's talking about, that they are, I bought and paid for while I was working. I've done nothing but assist my children. There should be a police report on file that they had to get involved for me to even to see my
Please
children.
didn't file anything with the court, and as I explained earlier, I cannot investigate on behalf of either of you. So if you all want to produce evidence to me of all these things you're talking about, you're all free to do so, but I can't go hunt for titles and.
That's not, that information is not true. We've had several family violence
Okay.
incidents that have happened. So that information is not true, Your Honor. And I'm here for my children. That is all that I am here for. I just want my kids to be taken care of.
This has to be done orderly. So Mr. Dehamian, I didn't really hear any request from you except for a temporary order, but I don't know what you're asking for in the temporary order. And then I'm a little concerned that he's going to say he doesn't have the documents. So unless you're doing anything yourself to get them, I'm not sure that we're going to be, I don't want to waste any more time.
Yes, Judge.
If you can tell me what you're asking for and what your plan is, I would appreciate it.
And I will, Judge. Can I recall Ms. Perry just really quick?
Very briefly.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Perry, I just want to ask you, do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Perry knowing your address?
I mean, he already knows my address because this is our marital home. It's just been several family violence incidents that have occurred here at the home with Mr. Perry. But I just want forthcoming when I do move, I don't want him to have access to my information.
Okay, so are you asking for a non-disclosure of your address?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Why is that? Has an incident occurred in the last 2 years?
Yes, several. There's been several incidents that have occurred. I mean, the police have been involved with us several times.
Okay. Has he been arrested?
No, they always just have him to leave, and because it's a tangled weave, because I live here in the home. It was granted to me to live here with the children, and his name is on the house. So whenever they come over, they just have him to leave. But we've had several incidents. And
Okay.
I mean, it's not good with him. I mean, he's had incidents with my children. It just has not been a good situation.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor, and I can give a brief request.
Are you going to ask Mr. Perry about that issue? Because it doesn't seem fair to make a ruling based on one person's testimony in a situation like this.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Mr. Perry, do you have any safety concerns?
I would like to address what was just said, because that is not, none of that is true in the slander. There had not been any incidents in the last 2 years or ever where anybody was in jeopardy or in danger. And as far as not having the address mentioned or known, I own the property. I've never come over there and just started anything. So if it had happened, there would be police reports. I actually have a police report. I gave it to the young lady who came online. She asked me to email it to the AIG office, and I did that. That was recent. I have documentation. I'm not here making things up. I'm actually presenting facts.
So let's talk about that. Who was charged in that police report?
She was for
what?
for failure to follow court orders.
Specifically, what court order did she fail to follow?
She failed to have my son transferred over to me on the day and time it was supposed to.
Oh,
She didn't. She didn't show up for me to get my son that weekend.
So she was charged with interfering with your possession of the children. Okay. So you, so are you saying that there was no incident that's happened at her house? Okay. Is that no? And we're recording this.
No, there's been no incident where the police have come out to investigate or do anything at our house or my house that I own. No.
Okay. Pass the lynch, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to let Mr.
so-
Hamajan summarize what he's requesting, and I'm going to give you both a chance if there's additional things you need to say. It's not a back and forth conversation, though. That is not appropriate.
Yes.
We'll take it from there. Mr. Hamajan, what exactly is the AG's office requesting? This is your pleading.
Yes, Judge, we're requesting that that we have temporary orders today, and it could be set at what he's making, what he alleges that he's making, $889 a month in retirement. That the health and dental be covered through Mr. Perry through another source through his retirement, and that additional coverage that he bought since he's retired. You can make appropriate decisions as to non-disclosure if that's needed.
Did you do the math on any of that?
I can, Judge, really quick.
Just so the parties know what they're responding to. So do you pay taxes on, I guess you do, yeah, because it's retirement. And so when you retired in May, was that part of any deferred, I can't remember what it's called exactly, the federal government when they bought people out and you got a whole big lump sum and you got paid for months? Was that part of any of that?
Unfortunately, no, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, Judge, if I use the $889 a month where it's taxed, and I just ballparked the figure what he's covering just for the two children, which is $160 a month. If I give him that credit of $160 per month, two children in this case, 0 children outside this case, he actually is under calculated under the low income child support guidelines, which brings him actually at 20%. And that would bring his child support $132 a month. That's the calculation.
If I may, I have
One moment, please don't interrupt him. Please let him finish, and then you're going to all get a chance to speak, but it's not a back and forth. Okay, Mr. Hamajan, I think you were in the middle of saying something.
Yes, Judge. The last thing I was going to say was we request that this be temporary orders, and that would give us the Office of the Attorney General a chance to subpoena the VA benefits. In light of the evidence today, there is some question as to he may be receiving VA benefits currently. And that's it, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Perry, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just going to mention that he didn't count my 8-year-old son. There's another child that I have, biological. He needs to take into the consideration
Why don't you have an order for that child?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you have a court order regarding that child, the 8-year-old?
I'm not sure what you mean by court order, Your Honor.
The family code technically says for children you're like supporting, but you don't have a court order to support that child. So I'm asking why you don't have a court order for child support for that child, and the child's not living with you.
Because I take care of my responsibilities. So the mother hasn't chose to put me on child support.
At $8.89 a month, what are you doing for that child?
Whatever needs to be done. I just retired. It's only been 5 months.
It's a pretty long time.
I mean, I'm very frugal and I'm responsible. So I saved and made sure I could retire when I retired. So it's not like I was out here being reckless, but my current income, what I make off my retirement, is $889. I made sure that I was debt free before I retired. So there is no, outside of water bill, light bill, basic necessities, there's nothing more. And my wife also works. So whenever he needs clothing or shooting or whatever's needed, and make sure it's taken care of, as I also do with my kids, Jordan and Maya.
Ms. Perry, is there anything you'd like to say about any of these issues?
Well, first of all, I would like to say is that he has had no visitation with our 17-year-old in years.
Okay, that's not really relevant to the issues before me. If we can try to stick
Well,
to.
I guess I was just answering what he was saying about he's taking care of her. He's not doing that. Basically, I'm just asking the court to please help me to prove that he is getting these benefits so my children can get the amount of child support that they need so I can take care of them. I provide for them through my income also, but I need the economy has changed so drastically. I need the other benefits to be able to give my daughter what she needs for her senior year and to help to provide for us. There's a lot of expenses. Everybody is paying expenses. So I'm just asking the court to please help me with that. I have had several since he had retired, and I hadn't been receiving any money for several months since July. It has been a struggle for me. But he's behind like I believe it is like $1,300 in child support benefits. It was no, it's like $1,868 or something like that. And I'm trying to find out when am I going to be able to get that money for support. I'm sorry, it's $1,347.20. So this has been a struggle for me. I'm not getting any money, and I need that assistance. And I'm asking the court. I'm on the mercy of the court to help me with that, please.
Do you know anything about the 8-year-old child?
He had that child while we were married, so that's the reason. That's a part of the
Do you
divorce
know
why
if
we
he's
got
involved with
divorced.
that child? Does he do anything for that child? Do you know anything about the child? Not. I don't need the story.
All I know is that the child that he has gone to court with back and forth with her. I don't know what for, but they have been in and out of court several times. And that I don't know if he does child support with that child or not. I really know very, very little about that child. I know he has remarried. He has 2 other children that he's helping to support and take care of. And he has 3 sets of kids. So it's just know about our kids. I know very, very little about what's going on with the 8-year-old. There, he's around from what I understand when my other child goes over there and does visitation. But he was only going over there, from what I understand, for like a few hours on Sundays with visitation. Now, from what I understand, visitation has changed where he's actually going over there for longer periods of time. That's the gist of what I know. But I wouldn't be bringing this information forward if I didn't need the assistance for my children. If I would have known that I could have had witnesses, I could have brought my children could have testified themselves. I didn't know that. That's my ignorance of the court. I just didn't know.
I I'm going to render, I'm going to grant a temporary order in this case. At this time, I'm setting the child support based on the $889 per month. I am going to give him credit for that other child, the 8-year-old. So if you can recalculate that.
I'll do it right in the pitch.
And I'm ordering that Mr. Perry provide health and dental insurance, I guess, through another source because it's not employment.
And I just used an average of 160.
Okay, and we can get better numbers. The beauty of this is when we come back, sir, you can bring information with us about the cost breakdowns of all these. You might be surprised. There might be a breakdown. There might not be, but there might be a breakdown for employee or former employee, family plus one. There's usually a breakdown somewhere. So if you can bring all that with you for both the health insurance and the dental insurance and provide that to the AG's office, they did request that in their discovery. It would be very helpful to making sure this is fairly set for everybody, including yourselves, that you're getting proper credit for what you are providing. But for now, we're estimating, it sounds like.
And Judge, with 2 kids and 1 child outside this case, that would bring the guideline to 121 a month.
I'm sorry, what was that number?
121 a month.
121. So I'm ordering that you pay, Mr. Perry, pay to Miss Perry $121 per month in child support beginning December 1st of 2025. There'll be a step down when there's just 1 child before the court, but you'll be back here before that happens, most likely. It's the plan. At this point, for now, I'm denying the non-disclosure request since she lives in his house and I don't think she's moving in the next month or 2 or 3. But that can be relooked at when you all come back to court. As all this can be relooked at.
Judge, you want me to pick a date?
Yeah, 1 moment. How much time do you think you're going to need to do a subpoena? She's not calling.
Due to the holidays, Judge, I would say February 2 at 9 a.m.
I'm sorry, what date? February what?
2.
February
2, 9 a.m.
Okay, so Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Everyone please come prepared with any evidence or witnesses you want to present. You're both free to hire lawyers. The state does not represent either of you. And we'll see what everyone comes with next time about what's going on. It'll be the same Zoom code information to log in. So the AG's office is going to draft the temporary order and they'll be circulating it through DocuSign to review and sign off on. And thank you all for coming in and we'll see you all back here in February.
Thank you.
Thank you.